See right here, this is the reason why you're not supposed to date coworkers here. She started a secret romance with this coworker, scheduled a date, but he ghosted her days before. Now at work, he's acting like nothing happened at all. So if you got something going on in your life, you want to share it with us, we turn around, share it with Bert Show fam, try to get you some answers. Hit us up at thebertshow.com. Mo has the email.
Hi, Bert Show. I absolutely love your show. I've been listening for years and love the advice that you guys give. With that being said, I need your help. I've been at my recent job for about a year now. One of the assistant managers and I have had a little flirting situation going on for a while. Recently, he had
You've officially been in the South too long.
Why?
Because he said flirting.
Flirting?
Flirting situation.
Wait till you go back up to New York and hang with your friends. They're going to go, what has happened?
I get it all the time.
Do you know?
Oh, all the time. Recently, he had a drunken night and had texted, Snapchatted me while I was working. I work overnights, and so we hardly cross paths at work. So needless to say, this came out of nowhere. He texted me that he liked me and was very interested in being more than a coworker with me. I thought about it hard and realized that I liked him too and wanted to see if it could go somewhere. We both decided that it would be kept a secret until when it became more serious. We talked every night after that. Very flirty and, dare I say, somewhat sexual. I built up the nerve to ask him if he wanted to go on a date that Friday with me to see if we connected in person outside of work. He agreed on a place and time since he had to work that morning. Then the next day, which was a Wednesday, I texted him that morning with a picture just saying, hey, and I heard nothing back. I brushed it off thinking he was just busy at work and couldn't respond. Then, that Thursday, I heard nothing again. Friday, I realized that I was ghosted. I had no idea why, and I racked my brain on if I said something offensive during our conversations and came up with nothing. The next week, at work, he acted as if nothing had ever happened. So naturally, I did as well. I am still so incredibly confused as to why I was ghosted. So my question is, should I reach out to him to find out why or just let it go? I'm pretty confident that y'all will say he just isn't interested, but I really want to know what happened. Yet I don't want to look desperate either. Thank you.
Go out with somebody else in the office.
That's mature. Go for it. Go. Yep. Yeah, go start dating the boss. So they never went out. They had just planned it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he just went and he ghosted. Yeah, there could be, we could just speculate on 100 different things.
But they talked every night. That was the thing. So they didn't go out and meet in person, but they had built up this conversational relationship. I remember back in the day when you used to have, those instant messages, and you would sit there and go back and forth with somebody and really feel like you got to know them on an intimate level, even though you had never gone out in person. So they built some kind of rapport with each other. So I can understand why she's more attached than just the fact that they never even went out on one date.
It's weird that he hasn't approached her at all. Just to say something like, you know what, I was really excited about it, then I thought about it, and it's really putting us both in danger at work. So, I didn't choose the right decision. I just kind of ghosted rather than talking to you about it. Or say they're in the office. They're passing each other and, they don't know each other, and yet no one has answers.
Yeah, I'm thinking it must be something really awkward for him that he doesn't want to address or bring up, and I wish she would have said exactly what the picture is that she texted, because she said it was a picture just to say, hey, and it seems like from that point on, he just didn't respond at all and was just not interested anymore.
So here, I think I say this quite a bit when it comes to these things. Does it matter? I know you're curious, but does it matter? He's telling you everything you need to hear. It's he's not super stoked about going out with you anymore. So does he have a girlfriend? Is he married? Does he think that he's risking the job? At the end of the day, does it matter?
Well, unfortunately for her, she wants to get answers and she doesn't want to look desperate. And in this situation, I don't think there's a way to do that, because if you go out your way to ask him and he clearly is trying to show you that he's not interested, you're going to look a bit desperate. So if I'm her, I'm just letting this one go.
Unless you can't live with it, then I said this yesterday to Romeo, that limbo phase of always wondering and not taking any action at all, to me, is the worst. So here she is just speculating and thinking about it and making a bunch of assumptions. Or you got one of two options here. Let it go or talk to the dude.
You got a much better chance of regaining his interest in completely ignoring him. I feel like more guys would go for that than if you were to constantly try to figure out what was going on.
Final word, Kristen.
Girl, I mean, like, I want to know too. And I just like reread this.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna
A couple weeks ago, girl. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? And I've just reread it, and it's irking me even more upon the second read. But you deserve better. Don't be desperate. Don't say anything. Screw the guy.
Yeah, we'll give him that power. Who
100%.
cares? Who cares? Could be a million different reasons. That's not your problem. Move on.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show on your favorite podcast platform. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way.